Hi everybody, Dave here. Once again, I'm here to describe one of the reports that we're going to provide for the people that join the Mahala's Astrology community. This particular one everybody's been asking about is the solar return. The solar return, when I went and looked them all up, I found that the particular one that we see on the screen here right now is the one that was the most appealing to me. And so I'm just going to go ahead and, to give you an introduction, I'm going to read what they mention the report's about. So this solar return, this report essentially is divided into two parts. The first part analyzes the general external conditions of the year, opportunities and problems that could occur in different areas. For the benefit of students of astrology, the influences of the ascendant and midheaven of the return are described, as well as that of the sun and the moon. We should expect here, we're going to see the ascendant, the midheaven, we're going to see the sun and the moon described in the first part of this particular report. The second part analyzes the 12 astrological houses, marking specifically in what area of your life the various astral influences will be manifested, emphasizing your probable responses and inner changes. This section analyzes the position of the solar houses on the natal houses, and the planetary conjunctions, the location of the planets in the house. You will be given description of the most important matters derived from the placement of the planets in these houses, which are outlined in the text for each of them. The objective of the report is to offer you a practical guide that helps you analyze the year's prospects and to learn from them using your free will. So basically they're saying that the second half of this, we're going to see houses. We're going to see how the houses align for this particular solar return. So with that being said, let's go look at one of the examples. To do that, we're going to go over to Mahala's Astrology. And because this particular report is in the natal collection, the one-year subscription collection, we're going to go to look at that on the purchase page. And then we're going to go down below the video, click here to view sample reports. When we scroll down, we're going to find that there's a solar return, June 2018. And I'll go ahead and zoom in here. And so we're going to go look at those aspects of the report. So from the very top here, we just noticed that it was 16 pages long. What we have is basically, unlike a lot of the other reports that talk about how to interpret them or what they're about, this one is actually pretty obvious. You don't really need to learn how to interpret it because the important stuff starts at the beginning. And they start off right away, first part, chapter 1. So this is general characteristics of the year. And when they talk about the general characteristics, we expect to find the ascendant and solar return ascendant Virgo. And so they touch right into that right off the bat, and we get a bunch of information. Solar return midheaven in Gemini. So just like they promised, we got both aspects. Chapter 2. Astrological influences for your personality. And so here we get the sun. The sun's in the second house. The sun conjunct Mercury, the sun square Mars. They cover the different aspects of the sun, and they give really well written paragraphs to describe each one of those situations, each one of those aspects. And then down to part 3, the emotional world. Here we're looking at the moon. So solar return, moon's in Aquarius. And then, just like for the sun section, we go off and we look at all the details here. We get to see the moon's in the 5th house. We get to see conjunction with Jupiter. So these returns that are coming on have the aspects, and they're going to cover those here. When we get done with the moon, we're halfway through the report. There's 7 pages of information just covering those 3 topics. The second part, just like they were saying, is the analysis of the 12 astrological houses and the inner responses to them. So here, house 1, the ascendant on the 3rd natal house. So now the solar return is rotated, so the houses are positioned differently. And with those houses intermingled, we're going to get to see the aspects associated with that. So they type up the descriptions. And so as we look through this, we find that each house is covered. We have the 2nd house here, and we have the 3rd house. Throughout the entire report, right down to the end of it, I'm just going to scroll to the end. So basically, each house is covered. They look at the attributes of those houses, and they give the key information that's coming your way at the time. So I'm kind of excited about this report. I like the fact that it's well written. It has it goes into depth. It's not just one paragraph, but it's multiple paragraphs. These, the way that they're written seems to be easy to understand. There's nothing complex about it. It's straightforward. It's ordered very well. To me, I'm looking at this particular solar return. It looks like a good report. So for people that join the community, that sign up for these reports, this is going to be one of them that I'm going to offer. And because these solar returns go from birthday to birthday, what we'll do is we will go back to give you your previous birthday on through, so you're going to be able to see that. And because it's a year-long subscription, we'll give you the next one. So if your birthday is going to fall in your subscription year, we're going to give you the next one out there. So it basically means you're going to be in 2 solar returns in your particular package. The samples only show 1, but we can fix that. But anyway, that's a real brief sample here of what the solar return is. And it just adds to the collection of the amazing amount of information we have for people that join the community. Anyway, share this with a friend. If you're looking for a social return or a solar return, you're going to get this and all the other reports that go along with this community activity. Anyway, talk to you soon.